Hello Flosstube, my name is Griffin and this is Stitching with the Griffin number 28 I believe. Please excuse my background if you're new here. Yes, I video in my room. I turned it around from my last few videos because I seem to have light better this way. So please ignore that. If you can. I mean, it is what it is. If you're new here, this is my channel, mostly about cross-stitching, embroidery, and hand sewing, and I have those projects mostly about cross-stitching. I will also be talking towards the end of the videos about different projects that are not stitching related at all. Well, crocheting is stitching, but it's not cross-stitching or embroidery or hand sewing. If you're new, if you're a returning subscriber, welcome back, and welcome to everyone. I am so happy to be spending this time with you. Yes, I am still very nervous after a year of doing these things. It's just me. I do want to apologize for last week's video. I did not tell you anything about the projects. I do believe it's in the description box below in the last video, but only because a friend of mine who happened to come visit right after I did the video was kind enough to upload and do a little bit of administrative things to the video. I was ill last week and I am still not feeling much better this week, but I'm hoping I can muddle through and remember things this time, so please bear with me. And I want to say welcome to all of my new subscribers. I think I had about 4 or 5 join. I'm up to 56. And yeah, I'm just happy all of you have joined, and I'm hoping you'll continue with me and that you'll share your thoughts and your suggestions, and you'll like the videos and all that fun stuff. I mean, it's not a major thing for me. It would help me, yes, but it's not a big deal. I'm just having fun doing these videos. So let's get started. I have 3 projects on the go. None of them are close to being done. Let me show you the biggest one first. This is the one that I also forgot to take pictures of last week. So you'll have to go back to the last week's video to see where I'm at, where I was and where I am now. This is the Magic of Books by Charting Creations. The artist is N. Northup. I don't know any more information about that, but this is it. I am over in that corner. This is where I start traditionally when I do my full coverage. I am doing this on 18 count natural Aida that I or is it Zygarde? Yeah, natural Zygarde Aida that I got from work. I work at Michael's, but they don't sponsor me. But anyway, this, whoop. Okay. I keep forgetting I need to do this, and eventually I'll have a scroll frame or something to put these on, to put it on. But there I am. Isn't that great looking? See the balloon starting? I am, woo! And a little bit of color there, and a little bit of, I mean, these are color, but this is background, and it's, oh, yeah, you can actually see the shades. I'm glad I moved, because now you can see all the shades of blue that I've been talking about since I started this. See all the beautiful shades of blue? And now I've got some different colors than blue. So I'm pretty happy about that. In fact, this week I will be pushing to fill in the rest of that square and finish the page. I pretty much have a section finished, woo, on Farm, which I showed you last weekend. And I also have what I consider to be a page finished, woohoo, on on Cardinal points, simply because that's just the way I feel about them. So I'm gonna push to have a page finish on books, the magic of books, to show you next week. Now it is being done, like I said, on 18 count, natural Zygarde Ada. I'm doing 2/1 full cross, and it is a full coverage. And I'm using DMC floss. I do not know what my count is. When I finish this page, I'll let you know how many stitches was in the page. I'll do the math then. I'm not doing the math today. The next one I am doing, hello Sarah, I'm doing it as a stitch along with Sarah the Northwood Stitcher. Pardon me, I'm having problems breathing. Okay, sorry. We are doing Cardinal points. Oops, there we go. This is a long dog sampler, and it's being put out by Gentle Arts. I am using the called for Gentle Arts floss, and I am using a white 18 count Ada, which is also what the fabric called for. So there's it, and of course I started in the left corner right here. I'm doing the first page. I have finished the first page, and last week I did take a picture of this, so give me a minute while I pull it up. Hopefully I will not start coughing. I've been having coughing fits, as well as not being able to breathe. Speaking of which, this is the only problem I have with being faced this way. I have a window behind this, so there we go. I guess, okay. Sorry about the glare and everything, but that is where I was last week. And as you see, I just had the motif and I had the border done. And there's actually a couple more motifs in there. And what I did to finish the page, it has a partial motif for that. It's only done partially. It has this, and then it's done a little partially there and a little partially down here. I did not do this. I am saving this part. I did not do that. I am saving that part for the next page. This thing is split up into roughly 9 pages. Let me double check. Sorry, 6 pages. Roughly 6 pages. So, yes, I'll be able to get them done in a way that is more... Sorry, I was moving my arm. That is... that fits my brain a little bit better. But this is where I am now. So I got that motif done. I got this motif done. I did accidentally do the wrong colors for these 2 things. So, oops. I also didn't do the other little butterfly over here, but I'll get that done. I'll do that when I move on to here. So the next section, next page is going to be over in here. And it's basically going to be the Cardinal. That's mostly what it is, and this right in here. So I will do this motif to that motif and everything in between down to the line, nothing underneath, and then that will finish that page out. It should. I am doing it, as I said, with the Gentle Arts thread. It's on 18 count white Ada, which is the called for fabric. It is being done 2/1 full cross. I'm not doing any half stitches with this. Again, I am not keeping track of the stitches. I just don't. I just stitch. I don't count. I'm not using Pattern Keeper. I am not that technologically savvy. If and when I do get Pattern Keeper, it's going to be for I don't know, I might put it on a laptop when I get one. The problem is I'm more used to working with paper patterns than I am with digital patterns. They're a little bit harder for me because I like to be able to hold them and see them because of my eyesight. So I'm not sure how that's going to work, but we'll get there when we get there. The last one that I'm showing you is my my focus piece, which is Animal Farm, aka Nursery. So it's Animal Farm Nursery. It's by DMC Creative. It's a kit. It's a very, very old kit. I am doing it on 18 count white Aida, which is the fabric that came with the kit. It is being done. This is 16 count Zweigart Aida. The other two, I believe, are 18 count. Books might actually be 16, but I think it's 18. Yeah, it should be 18. So this one is 16 count. So I started in the middle, worked my way over, then I went down and around a little bit to here, and now I'm working my way back up there. So last week, when you saw it, it looked like this. Give me 2 shakes. And that's, ooh, that's bad glare. Oh. There, I guess that, okay. That's about as good as it's going to get. You'll have to look at at last week's video, because I don't see, okay, here we go. Alright, yeah. I had just gotten all the detail work in, all the back stitching done. So now you can see my goose, and my mouse, and the flowers, and the rabbit, and the little carrot that I messed up. I had to fudge that. But, yep, I did it. And so now, let's see. What did I do with it? Do this as best I can here. There we go. That is where I am now. I have done all of the border in this section. And let's see, there's a cloud, there's the rooster's head, there's the rooster's tail, and there's the sun, and then there's some flowers and leaves and things. So yeah. So as I said, there's the rooster. There's a piece of wheat there. I think there's a piece of wheat there. There's some leaves, flowers. There's a couple of clouds, and then there's the sun. So my plan is to do the border, get all that filled in, and then do Mr. Rooster. Then I don't know if I want to do the horse or the squirrel first, but the horse is going to be done next. And then whatever else needs to be filled in, because it's going to be here. So the little, is that a barn? Yeah. Little barn back there. There's a bird right there. Is it a bird? No. What is that? Okay. I think that's a silo on top of the house. And then that's the horse's face. I can't see very well apparently. But so I'll get all of this into here. I'll leave this part till later. I'll do the little flower because it's attached to his hat. But then this, and then that should hook up to Mr. Happy Little Lamb there. So it's getting done. It's coming along. It's taking time. But hopefully I'll have it done, at least stitched and done by the time the baby's born. But I do plan on making it, getting it finished into a wall hanger, and by a local quilter, quilting business. Anyway, they're called Storytime Quilts, and I'm hoping that they'll be able to turn it into a hanger wall hanging for me. I can't even speak now. This is being done with DNC floss that comes from the kit. It is being done 2/1 full cross. All of my projects right now are being done 2/1 full cross. So that's two lengths of thread over one stitch, one square. I am not bringing back, sorry folks, but I'm not bringing back the map of Middle Earth for another month. So it may not be until the end of March before it comes back into my rotation, simply because I want to get more done on these other projects before I bring it back. Because map, let me show you. You've seen this before, those of you who have been traveling along with me since the beginning of the year, and since last year when I started it. This is what it looks like now, right now. I paused right there and I still have a square. These squares are confetti filled, most of them. And they're very not labor intensive, but time intensive. It takes a lot of time to do all of the confetti in these small squares. This is 25 count even weave. Easy grid, even weave. Yeah, it's even weave. And it's it's a bit time intensive. So I want to get these that are not so time intensive done a little bit more before I bring that back. Now, for those of you who are only interested in the cross stitching, the embroidery, I don't have any embroidery right now or hand sewing right now. But if that's all you're interested in, then you can go ahead and stop now. And I thank you for being here. I am now going to talk about some other things, other projects that I do. So I will see you on the flip side. Bye. And for those of you who are staying, thank you. Thank you for staying with me and seeing other things that I'm talking about. I've been discussing books. I did get some wonderful advice about rotating my projects, so not talking about the same ones all the time, which is fine because it keeps it a little bit more interesting, I guess. So last week we talked about books. The last couple of videos we talked about books. I am an avid reader. I love horror and fantasy and sci-fi mainly. Supernatural stuff, supernatural romance. It's on a case-by-case basis for anything other than sci-fi, romance, and fantasy. Pardon me, fantasy is my top love, and then it's horror. And for those of you who don't know, my very top fantasy author is, of course, Tolkien. I love him. His world building is just amazing. I like Anne McCaffrey. Her Dragon Riders of Pern series was the bomb. I like Robert Jordan. His Wheel of Time series is pretty good. The adaptation to television did not care for, so I didn't watch it a whole lot. They based it on the books, but they didn't, if that makes any sense. Top horror writer, Stephen King. I also like Preston Child, his Pendergast series. It's a blend of horror and mystery. Sort of like Sherlock Holmes, which I do love mystery books too. I should have put that in there. I love mystery books, and if you can mix horror and mystery or fantasy and mystery in there together, I am your girl. I will be there to read your stuff. I did publish a book back in 2019 of my own under the fantasy genre. Didn't do too well with it because it's self-published and I have no idea what I'm doing with publishing, with marketing, and don't have the money for it. And now I don't have the time really. I am working on a second one, but again, time, money, knowledge, all that. Let's see. I showed you my Jack Skellington crochet project last week. I will not be showing it to you this week. He didn't do a whole lot of work on him, but next video I will. I believe this is 28, so 29. Video 29, Jack should be done, and then I'll be planning on starting on Sally. I'm doing it from a kit that was bought for me from a fellow co-worker. We were doing our Secret Santa, and I got that. I was pleasantly surprised and thrilled to get it done. The recipients of those are going to be my youngest son and his wife, because they liked Nightmare Before Christmas. I do too, but I prefer Oogie Boogie and Zero, so I will be doing those as well. But they're not part of the kit. I will have to buy my own supplies for those, which I am not worried about. So, for an alternate, what are we going to talk about? Okay, for an alternate craft, not related to cross stitching, but that I do also, is diamond art. I like diamond art painting. It is very relaxing for me. One of my Christmas gifts was a diamond art piece. A little backstory. My youngest son loved Pooh Bear when, Winnie the Pooh, when he was little, up until he was like 10, maybe a little bit older than that. And his grandma and I, mostly me, called him Pooh Bear or Bear. He had all of the Winnie the Pooh videotapes. He had Winnie the Pooh toys. He had Winnie the Pooh decor. I even cross-stitched in some Winnie the Pooh stuff, which he no longer has, but be that as it may, his nickname for me his nickname that I gave him and that I still call him is Bear. And which is really cute because he's only like 5'3" and not very big. But he's still my bear. And I am his mama bear. I am very protective of him still. And up until a few years, he's kind of sort of a mama's boy, but not. And anyway, that's neither here. Anyway, so they got me he and his wife got me a diamond art painting. And I'm just going to show you the canvas. But there it is. My daughter-in-law said that she had seen one that was a cat, but then she saw this one and she thought this was better, more appropriate, and my son agreed. He thought that would be better for us for our relationship. So I will be starting that. I won't be showing that very much because I won't be working on it very much. Another thing to take a picture of, so you'll see where my progress is, though. I typically start those from the bottom and go up, so that's probably what I'm going to be doing with that one. With all my cross stitching and everything, that will not be something that I will be doing a ton of work on, so it will take me a while to finish, but I will bring you along on that journey with me if you're interested. I do have some shout outs, but I don't know where my list went. So, let me see. Rebecca Bainsky, I think she is Becca Stitches, or Becca in Stitches. I will drop her information below, but she has graduated from the under 1,000 subscriber club, under the 1K subs club. So congrats to you, Becca. I know there's another one, but it's in my list, in my notes. But congrats to everyone who has surpassed that 1,000 subscriber mark. I am very proud of you, and I know that you are all worth every minute that people watch. I watch. I watch you. I'm still trying to get caught up. I haven't been feeling well for the last few weeks, so I haven't been doing a whole lot. I've been stitching, but I haven't been really paying attention to anything else, even though I normally do because I have ADD. But, yeah. I will go ahead and put my list, when I find it, in the description box below. So if you're interested in the people that I have been watching this week, that I've managed to at least get a few minutes in on, then feel free to check out the description box below. There's really not much more for me to say. I've gone through everything. My videos are not very long. I am not someone who does a whole lot of projects at once. especially with my cross stitching, because I like to stay focused and get them done rather than have a whole bunch of new starts. That being said, keep an eye out in May, because I will be doing a birthday start in May. And in April, in the middle of the month, one of those videos is going to be talking about a new start and hopefully a new finish, as I take a week-long break from my stitching, from my regular projects, to give you, just a quick one. Not necessarily a quick one, but I am planning on doing the Nora Corbett Minerva that week, and it's not a big stitch, so it should be interesting to see if I can get it all done in a week. But if not, then maybe I'll bring it out in May and work along with the birthday stitch that I do, because as far as I know, unless Farm is finished, I'll be working on it and Farm and probably Map. I will put books and Cardinal points aside for a little while, because my birthday stitch is going to be a full coverage, or almost a full coverage. But yeah, that's all I've got to say. So thank you for being here. Hit the like button if you like what you saw. Hit the comment button if you want to say something, or hit the comment button. I am so sorry, Flosstube knows. Leave a comment if you so feel inclined. Hit the subscribe button and ring the bell if you want to continue to see me and don't want to miss any videos. Other than that, I'll see you on the flip side. See you later.